Okay, we are now live and on the record for Wednesday morning civil docket, January 26, 2022. Okay, Ms. Aldana?
Good morning, Judge. I have number 10 on your docket.
Okay, P0118-20-9. Yes, ma'am?
Judge, and I'm appearing here for the applicant in the state. Judge, I did speak with Mr. Osorio this morning. He has not had contact with his client, but he was going to be following up with him to get a status on the BIP courses. So at this time, Judge, we are in agreement for a 45-day extension and reset.
Okay. Let's see. All right. Let me see how. Okay, for some reason, my resets didn't print. Miss Yvetta, what would be 45 days out, please?
Judge, we do have March the 23rd or the 30th.
Okay, let's just go with March the 30th
Okay.
at 9:30.
Thank you, Judge. I'll go ahead and get the extension filed this morning.
Okay,
Thank you, Judge.
All
I have
right.
nothing further. May I be excused?
yes, I'm sorry,
Thank you.
that's March the 31st
March the 31st? Okay.
at 9:30.
Okay. Thank you,
Okay.
Judge.
Thank you, have a good day.
You too.
Okay, Mr. Gonzalez, Attorney Juan Gonzalez.
Good morning, Judge. Number 25 on your docket.
CL 21-1043-I, Maria Flores Garcia et al. Versus State Farm, yes.
Yes, Judge, the case settled a few weeks ago. We're waiting on the settlement check so we can file the dismissal documents.
Okay, how much time?
Probably like a couple of weeks, I believe. Opposing counsel's on here as well. Andrea?
Yes, Your Honor. We just need a couple more weeks before we are able to get those issued.
Okay, I'll just set a tickler for February the 25th to make sure that all the documents have been submitted.
Thank you.
Judge. That's all I have.
Okay, y'all have a good day.
Thank you.
All right, Attorney Santos Maldonado.
Yes, good morning, Judge. I'm here on number 5. It's an uncontested, well, it's a divorce by default, so I'm not sure if that's a quick announcement for the court or not.
Yes, I'll take it up. Who's your client? Arnulfo Ramirez?
It is.
And is he present?
Yes, he's present in my office. He does need an interpreter, Judge.
Okay, Ms. Castañeda is available. Just make sure that when you ask the questions, just go slow enough for her to be able to interpret it.
Yes, Judge.
Mr. Ramirez, can I please have you raise your right hand? Ms. Castañeda?
No escuché bien.
Señor Ramírez, por favor, levanta su mano derecha.
Do you swear that the testimony that you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
¿Juras que el testimonio que está a punto de dar es la verdad, toda la verdad y nada más que la verdad?
Sí,
Yes.
Okay, the court will take judicial notice of all the documents in the court's file. Mr. Maldonado?
Yes, Your Honor. One of those documents should be the return of citation on the respondent, Adriana Manzanares. It's been filed with the court on the 9th of November of last year, 2021, Judge.
Okay, let me see.
Can I proceed, Your Honor?
You said that it was returned on November 9th?
I have it filed with the court on November 9th. I'm sorry, that was a copy of the actual one, but she was served on November 20th of the year 2021.
Okay, the return is not on file.
The return is not on file, Judge?
No, sir. The last entry for the citation was that it was issued to the respondent on November the 3rd,
Your Honor, if I may.
or maybe, unless I'm seeing it somewhere else. Go ahead.
No, Judge, I see what you're seeing, but if you go to the citation, it does reflect that it was returned on the 5th. It was returned on the 10th, but the respondent was served on the 5th of November.
Under what entry is that?
It's gonna be under citation on the 3rd. If you click on that citation, Your Honor, it'll give you, if you scroll.
Okay, I do see it. They just didn't put it in Actually, the citation was filed on November the 10th. For some reason, they didn't do a separate entry, but she was served on November the 5th. So I do see that, and it's properly on file. It's just not labeled correctly. The entry is incorrect. But go ahead, Mr. Maldonado. It is on file. Go ahead.
Yes. Your name is Arnulfo Ramirez, sir?
Sí.
Okay, your wife's name
Hold
is,
on. Ms. Castaneda, please translate what Mr. Maldonado is stating, and then that way we can put that on the record.
Su nombre es Arnulfo Ramírez, ¿correcto?
Sí.
Yes.
your wife's name is Adriana Lorena Manzanares?
¿Y el nombre de su esposa es Adriana Lorena Manzanares?
Sí.
Yes.
You filed this divorce through your attorney on November 3rd of the year 2021?
¿Usted metió esta petición con su abogado el día 3 de noviembre del 2021?
Sí.
Yes.
Prior to filing the divorce, you lived in the state of Texas for more than 6 months and were a resident of the county of Hidalgo for more than 90 days?
Y antes de meter esta petición, usted era domiciliario del estado de Texas por más de 6 meses y residente del condado por más de 90 días, ¿correcto?
Sí.
Yes.
You were married to your wife on February 8th of the year 2020, and you separated the same date, is that right?
Usted se casó el día 8 de febrero del 2020 y se separó el mismo día, ¿correcto?
Sí.
Yes.
And your marriage has become insupportable because of discord or conflict of personalities between you and your wife?
Y usted se separó porque las diferencias en conflicto de personalidades y insoportabilidad, ¿correcto?
Sí.
Yes.
And this destroys the legitimate ends of the marriage and prevents any reasonable expectation of reconciliation. Is that correct?
Y esto destruye destruye el matrimonio y cualquier posibilidad de reconciliación, ¿correcto?
Sí.
Yes.
You and your wife did not have any children, is that right?
¿Usted y su esposa no tuvieron niños, correcto?
Sí.
Yes.
And is it correct also that you and your wife did not adopt any children?
¿Y también es correcto que no adoptaron niños?
Sí.
Yes.
And it's also correct that your wife is not pregnant at this time?
¿Y también es correcto que su esposa no está esperando bebé a este tiempo?
Sí.
Yes.
You and your wife did not accumulate any real estate, is that correct?
¿Y usted y su esposa no acumularon ninguna bienes y raíces?
Sí.
Yes.
And it's also correct that whatever personal belongings that you may have accumulated between you and your wife, that you have what's yours and she has what's hers.
Y también es correcto que entre sus cosas, lo que acumularon en cosas personales, lo que es de usted y lo que es de ella, ¿correcto?
Sí.
Yes.
You are asking the court to grant you a divorce?
¿Usted le está pidiendo a esta corte que le otorgue el divorcio?
Sí.
Yes.
That's all we have, Your Honor.
Okay, the court is granting the divorce today. And how long do you need to submit the divorce decree?
We can submit it by Friday, Judge.
Okay.
Probably today or tomorrow, but for sure by Friday.
All right, just make sure that he signs off on it and you'll sign off on it, and I'll just set a tickler for February the 4th.
Okay, Judge. That's all we have. Have a good day.
Okay, good luck to you, sir. Take care.
Yes, Judge. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, Mr. Hernandez, Attorney Jose Hernandez.
Good morning, Judge. Here on number 9 on your docket, number 8, Judge. Apologize.
CL 21-1749-I, Lax Valley Stores versus Juan Jose Ramos.
Sure, Judge. Jose Hernandez on behalf of Black Valley Stores, Judge. And we're here on a motion for substituted service judge on the defendant, Juan Jose Ramos.
Okay, go ahead, Counselor.
Sure, Judge. We have attempted to serve the defendant, Mr. Ramos, on 4 different occasions. We have the affidavit that's attached to our motion from our process server who talked to the mother actually talked to the defendant and they set a meeting place. He failed to show up and he did not return the processor's calls or did not answer or text messages. So we're asking that he be served, anyone over the age of 16, or put it on the door, Judge, of his address of 7900 East 10th Road in Edinburgh, Texas, Judge.
Okay, the court is taking judicial notice of all the documents in the court's file, specifically the affidavit that's attached to the motion that sets forth the requisite of the statute was met and is granting your motion for substituted service. Do you have your order on file?
There should be a proposed order in the court's queue. If not, I will get one to you as soon as possible. I'll double check on that, Judge.
I do see that it was filed back in December. I'll ask that to be forwarded to my queue.
Perfect, Judge.
Okay,
I have-
any other case?
No, that's it, Judge. Can I be excused?
You certainly can. Have a good day.
Have a good morning. Be safe.
Thank you. Okay, Mr. Pruneda, Attorney Michael Pruneda.
Good morning, Your Honor. I am defense counsel on that matter. I think Mr. Pruneda maybe stepped away from his computer for a second.
I'm here, Judge. I'm here.
Oh,
Okay.
excellent. Perfect.
All right, what number on the court's docket?
We're number 23 on the docket, Your Honor. We're here on a status conference regarding some depositions. Myself and Mr. Pruneda have exchanged dates and we are set for March 28th of this year.
Okay, that's on CL 194366-I. Okay, Mr. Pruneda, anything to add?
No, Judge, that's it. We're just, we had to cancel a previous notice of deposition and now we're set for the 28th.
Okay. And how are you going to go to mediation right after, or what's the?
That is the plan, Your Honor. Once we go to the depots, we do the depots, we can go to mediation and hopefully get one less one off your docket.
Okay, all right. Then you know what we can do is go ahead. I'm going to give you some time to get those depositions taken, and then for the transcript to come back, y'all review it, go to mediation. If you need us to refer somebody for mediation, just let us know and do your order. We can do an order of referral, or if you come up with a mediator on your own, that's perfectly fine, as long as you all agree to it. So Ms. Rivera, can you please give me a 90-day status?
Yes, Judge. We do have May the 25th available, Your Honor.
Okay, May 25th at 9:30, and let's see how far y'all get.
Thank you, Your Honor. May I be excused? This is the only matter I have pending in your court.
Yes.
I'm here, Judge.
Okay,
Thank
thank
you.
you. Y'all have a good day.
Take care.
All right, Ms. Rubio, Attorney Vanessa Rubio.
Good morning, Your Honor. Number 13 on your docket.
Good morning, Your Honor. Austin Stevenson on behalf of the city of McAllen.
Okay, good morning. That is CL 173914-I, Lee Longoria et al. Versus City of McAllen. And what is the announcement?
Yes, Your Honor. At this time, we're still trying to locate the last witness that was we were able to make contact with him via phone call, but since then he hasn't returned our calls, and we're currently working with a private investigator to find his address so we can go ahead and depose him. So at this time, we need additional time to be able to finish out our depositions.
And Your Honor,
Okay.
the city's unopposed to that additional time. We have a plea to the jurisdiction on file, but we don't want to get it set for hearing until the plaintiff has ample time to conduct discovery. And so we are unopposed to giving the plaintiffs more time to locate this witness.
Okay. And then after that, what's your next step? Will you have all the discovery that you need, or depending on what happens in the deposition?
It depends on.
Oh,
I think it cut off, Judge. I think
Yes.
it's going to highly depend on what happens in the deposition, but I think that we're getting close to the end of the discovery.
okay. Then we'll have you come back on May the 25th at 9:30. If something happens and you need it sooner, just let us know.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Your
That's all I
Honor.
have. May I be excused?
You certainly may, sir.
And may I be excused, Your Honor?
Yes, you may. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Orozco, Attorney Damian Orozco.
Good morning, Your Honor. I'm on number 20 on your civil docket, Your Honor.
CL 153200-I, Austin Camero versus Kayla Nunez et al.
Yes, Your Honor, I represent the plaintiff. Your docket shows counsel for defendant Elizabeth Ferguson Herrera. I don't know if she's logged in. I know that I had always been dealing with Miss Rosemary Sandoval. I don't know if either one of them are logged in. Or anyone
Okay.
from Roaring and Olvera.
Is there any defense counsel on behalf of the defendant on Kayla Nunez et al.? Anyone from Rorick, Oliveda, and Fisher? Okay, is it just an announcement on the status?
Well, we're status, Your Honor. We've been asking for trial dates. Your Honor, I can remain logged on and wait to hear maybe one of their counsels makes an announcement. If not, I can also reach out to Roaring and Olvera, see if someone can log on. I'll wait to the end of your docket, Your Honor.
Well, actually, it's okay, but you're saying that this is already ready for trial?
It is, Your Honor. We had the deposition of the defendant pending, but that's the only matter that's pending.
Okay, go ahead and file a motion for a DCC. We're already giving those trial dates out.
Perfect, ma'am. I would go ahead and do that.
Okay.
Thank you, Your Honor.
And just go ahead and let her know, and I'll go ahead and I'll look out for that motion for the DCC. I'll put a tickler for February the 4th.
Yes, Your Honor. And that concludes my business before this honorable court. May I be excused?
Yes, you may.
Stay safe.
Thank you. Okay, Ms. Caso, Attorney Janelle Caso.
Good morning, Your Honor. I have number 16 on your docket.
Heather Brew on behalf of the plaintiff.
Okay, CL 195819-I. And what is the announcement?
Your Honor, this is the status hearing. We were requesting a jury trial setting, so I believe we need to file a motion for DCC.
Okay, Ms. Abreu, anything to add?
Oh, I concur with that.
Okay, so it's ready to go to trial?
Yes.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, just file your motion for DCC and we'll get you set up for that and give you your pretrial trial dates, and that way you can do your docket control conference. Docket
Perfect.
control order, sorry, docket control order. Okay, and I'll also set a tickler for February the 4th to make sure that that's already been filed.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Thank you, Your
Sounds
Honor.
All right, thank you. Anything else?
No.
No,
May I
All
be
right, y'all
excused?
have a good day.
Thank you.
thank you.
Thank you. Ms. Thaddeus, Attorney Beth Thaddeus.
Good morning, Your Honor. I'm here on number 14 on your docket.
Yes, CL 174898-I, Martha Salinas versus Santiago de Leon.
Your Honor, I have not seen counsel for the plaintiff. We're here on a motion to dismiss for want of prosecution.
Okay. I'll have somebody from my staff contact Mr. Bustos' office, see if he's going to make an appearance, if you don't mind, to be just to be on standby for just a little bit.
No, I don't mind, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. All right, Mr. Vasquez, Attorney Gilbert Vasquez.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning.
I'm here on number 28 of your docket, Your Honor.
F 3326-04-9, in the interest of minor children.
Yes, Your Honor. Gilbert Vasquez on behalf of the petitioner Irene Rodriguez, Your Honor. I'm sorry, Ramirez. You're down as Ramirez.
Irene Ramirez.
And I'm sorry, yeah, and Irene Ramirez Rodriguez. Your Honor, she's online right now. She's working in one of the municipal courts or the county courts. I was noticing that the respondent is not online. Ricardo Rodriguez is not online, Your Honor.
Yes, it's because you're set for 11.
Oh, I thought it was at 10:30. Okay, Your Honor. I mean 9:30. I apologize. Oh, then I'll wait.
Okay, so that's probably why. I think he called in to check in at our office and said that he would be logging on at 11. If you get him on sooner if you want, but I mean, we still have some cases anyway to go through.
Yes, Your Honor. I'll go ahead and wait till 11 then, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Mr. Hinojosa, Attorney Abel Hinojosa.
Judge, good morning. Number 17 on your docket.
All right, F 2630-19-9, in the matter of the marriage of Gerardo Garcia Jr. versus Kimberly Garcia.
Judge, I represent Kimberly Garcia, the respondent counter petitioner. I have not seen Lilia Gonzalez Peña, the opposing counsel. I haven't seen her this morning, and we are set for status.
Okay. Well, go ahead and give me the status of the case from your end.
Yes, Judge. This case is a custody case. We went to mediation. The property has been settled at mediation. The only issue is the custody of the child. Petitioners filed a jury demand in 2019. So this would be a request for a jury trial, Judge, as to custody. Edna Cedillo is the amicus attorney appointed by the court. I spoke to Edna this morning. She wants to do an update report regarding the situation between the parents and the child. After that, Judge, most likely probably DCC, and for the case to be set for a jury trial.
Okay. Then I'll go ahead and allow Ms. Cedillo to do that follow-up and updated report. And then the motion for DCC can be filed. I'm gonna set a tickler for this. I'll give you a little bit more time for February the 25th to make sure that there's been movement. And
Yes,
if
ma'am.
not, I'll get you all back in here.
Thank you, Judge. That's all I have. I'd be excused, Your Honor.
Yes. Okay,
Thank
you have
you.
a good day.
You too, Judge.
Okay, Mr. Garcia, Attorney Hector Garcia.
Morning, Your Honor. Hector Garcia here for the plaintiff. I have it as number 22 on your docket, CL 180873I. It's from the law office of Bobby Garcia.
Yes, Maria de Los Angeles Gonzalez versus Nicole Perez.
Yes.
Is opposing counsel present?
Your Honor, what I understood is that Jaime Bailly was the attorney of record from the Chavez legal group, and I understand he's no longer there. And all we need is a trial setting. We already mediated the case. It was not settled. The mediator sent a mediation proposal, and it was not agreed to by the parties. And we just need to make contact with whoever is handling the case now and see what we can do. If not, in the meantime, we need a trial setting.
Okay, go ahead and file your motion for DCC so that it can be set, and then we'll take it from there and give you all your trial, pre-trial and trial dates.
Sounds good, Your Honor. Thank you.
Okay, I'll
Stay
set a
safe out
tickler.
there.
Yes, I'll set a tickler for February the 4th.
February the 4th at 9:30.
No, I'm just gonna set a tickler to make sure that the motion for the DCC was filed.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay, thank you.
Bye-bye.
Have a good day. Okay, Ms. Fuentes Aguilar, Attorney Diana Fuentes Aguilar.
Good morning, Anna. I have number 3 on your docket.
All right, F 2677-21-9 in the matter of the marriage of Iris Arias Sola versus Mr. Ukegbu, UKEGBU. Yes.
Yana, I don't know. I have a Miss LaShonda Charles as the opposing counsel. I don't know if she's appeared.
I haven't seen her.
Okay, she did send me an email, Judge, because we have reached a tentative agreement. There's just little issues that I think we'll be able to resolve. And she did ask about submitting an agreed order. I wasn't sure if the court would allow that.
Is there a child involved?
Yes.
Okay, then it would have to be put on the record by one of the parties.
If I may, Judge, let me send her a message or a phone call and ask her to get on. And then that way maybe we can finalize it today.
Okay, that's fine. I'll recall you. Just let me know.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay, Mr. Garcia, did you have another case? I'm sorry.
No, Your Honor, I'm just listening.
Okay.
to
All right, no
Diana
problem.
Aguilar from the hometown of Westlaco, Texas.
Miss Orellana, Attorney Graciela Orellana.
Good morning, Your Honor. I have number 27 on your docket this morning.
Okay. CL 181187-I, Margaret Morin et al. Versus Enrique Vela.
This is a status hearing. Defense counsel Nick Denzer is in a depo, so he asked that I make the announcement on both of our behalves. We are negotiating, but should it not get settled, we are ready for trial.
Okay. Well, continue negotiating, and then if you don't come, do you all have a deadline as to when you're up to what? I mean, well, I know up until the time of trial, but I mean, before you decide if you're filing a motion for the DCC.
I don't have a deadline, Your Honor, but I'll still go ahead and do it because it does take me some time to actually get a response from them.
Okay, well, go ahead and file your motion for DCC and then we'll just, we'll put a tickler for February the 4th to make sure that it's done and then you all continue talking.
Sure thing, we will, Your Honor. I have nothing further. May I be excused?
Yes, you may.
Thank you, Judge. Have a good day.
Thank you, likewise. Okay, Mr. Ramos, Attorney Juan Ramos.
Good morning, Your Honor. I'm here on number 26 on your family docket, on your civil docket.
F 4733-21-9 in the interest of a minor child.
Yes, Your Honor. I believe Mr. Dennis Ramirez is the attorney for the petitioner. We filed a Rule 11, Your Honor, because we're trying to work out the case. We're actually in the process working out perhaps an agreement.
Okay. And how much time do you need for that, or what do you think your timeline is?
Your Honor, if we can get 30 days.
Okay. I have, the earliest I have is March 21st, but if you have everything worked out and it's just going to be a quick prove up, let us know and we'll squeeze you in earlier. But for now, we'll just put it for March 21st for a final hearing at 9:30.
Will do, Your Honor. I'll let Mr. Ramirez know.
Okay, and keep us posted if you need it sooner.
Will do, Your Honor. Thank you so much. May we be excused?
You certainly may. Thank you. Have a good day.
You too, Judge.
Okay, Ms. Palacios Cruz, Attorney Audra Palacios Cruz.
Good morning, Judge. Audra Cruz, number 9 on your docket.
F 2089-19-9 in the matter of the marriage of Janet Ramirez and Jose Ramirez.
Your Honor, Audra Cruz, on behalf of the respondent, Jose Ramirez, we are not set on my motion, Your Honor. We're set on opposing counsel's motion. I am not sure if he's going forward to urge that this morning.
Okay. He hasn't checked in this morning. Do you have any opposition to him withdrawing?
No, Your Honor, if he decides to urge that motion, we have no opposition to that. We have already mediated the case and the case has settled via mediation. So it's just a matter of getting final signatures. I'm sure that would be a holdup to the process.
Okay. Okay, well then what I'll do, if he checks in, we'll go ahead and notify you or with the to see what it is. I don't want you to have to wait longer than you need to. But as long as you have no opposition, if he does urge it, I'll grant it.
No opposition to the withdrawal, Your Honor.
Okay,
Thank you, Judge. Nothing further, if I may be excused.
You certainly may. All right. Let me see. Do I have any other announcements? Mr. Godinez? Mr. Martinez?
Yes, Your Honor. I'm sorry. Sorry,
That's
Judge.
okay.
I was muted trying to get out of there. We're number 21 on your docket, Your Honor.
Okay, CL 151106-I, Lord and
Yes.
Gonzalez versus Ignacio Perez et al.
Yes, Your Honor. I was retained right before the holidays by the defendant. And right around that happened, we had the COVID in our office and here. And so I needed some time just to review to find out where we were since I just came into the case. I just talked to Mr. Moreno, who's the, excuse me, the plaintiff's attorney, and he's unopposed. In fact, he was on and he asked me to tell you he had to leave for a family emergency.
Okay, no problem. All right, then we'll just set it for a status hearing for March the 21st at 9:30.
21st at 9:30. Okay,
Yes.
great. Thank you, Judge.
Okay, thank you. You have a
Can I
good
be
day.
excused? Thanks.
Yes. Okay, hold on. Ms. Rodriguez, Attorney Danielle Rodriguez.
Good morning, Judge. You're on
Judge.
number 11.
Hold on.
Sorry, I'm Elsa Perez on the case of Mr. Godinez. I didn't know if I needed to present myself.
Are you
I just
pro
wanted-
se?
I'm the et al, I believe. I'm in.
No, I understand, but Mr. Godinez is only representing Mr. Pettis, is that correct?
That's because of the communication. I'm not sure. I think there's a misunderstanding there. So I just wanted to let you know that I was here, but I'll contact Mr. Godinez in just a few minutes and figure that out.
Okay, that's fine. Just March 21st at 9:30 is your next setting.
Yes, ma'am. And Judge, I did not receive notification of this. I had to call to find a Zoom link for this. So just to let
What
you
is your
know,
email address?
it is Elsa E. Bettis 3 at Gmail.
Elsa, I'm sorry, Elsa, ELSA?
Correct. Middle initial E. Last name Bettis 3 at gmail.com.
Okay, we'll
And
make
I've
it.
received other correspondence, just nothing for this one. So I appreciate it.
Okay.
Judge, if I may, I did send the email yesterday. I actually looked thoroughly through the filings. But it just to make sure, Ms. Elsa, it won't say County Court 9, it will say Bianca Rivera, because that's who will send it. I know that there's
This
different.
morning, I didn't have anything at all.
Okay, well, I'll just make sure that we send it again directly. I'll probably send it twice, but if for whatever reason, just give us a call or email us.
You may just double check, Ms. Rivera. Sometimes the middle initial E is missed. Elsa E.
I'll check, but I know
Okay.
that I went over it. Yes.
No worries. Thanks. I really appreciate it.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, you have a good day.
You too.
Okay, Ms. Rodriguez, I'm sorry about that. Go ahead.
No problem. Here on number 11.
CL 190754-I, Brian Esparza versus Olga Calvo et al.
Danielle Rodriguez for the plaintiff, Brian Esparza. I've spoken with Guillermo Tijirina, who's the attorney for Olga Calvo. We did mediate this case recently and we've settled with that defendant. Attorney Daniel Vargas represents Jose Cortez and I do not see him present. We still have our claims pending against that defendant.
Okay. So how much time do you need to get the documents submitted for the defendant that you settled with?
We've already signed all the documents. We're just waiting on the settlement check. So it should be within 2 weeks, I believe.
Oh, okay. All right. So then you're just going to continue with Mr. Cortez.
Correct.
Okay. And what's left to do with him?
Well, with him, actually, we recessed the mediation because he was trying to see if there was some insurance coverage that might have applied. So they were gonna check on that, and then we were gonna go back to mediation.
Okay. Did you all set a timeline as to when you'd return to mediation?
He hasn't. I don't know how long it's gonna take.
Well, it doesn't take long to check if you have coverage. So I'll go ahead and give you more than enough time. We'll come back on March the 30th at 9:30. And we'll see. Okay, well, I appreciate you making the announcement.
Thank you, Judge. I have no further business. May I be excused?
Yes, you may.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay. Mr. Fonseca, Attorney Ismael Fonseca.
Good morning, Your Honor. I'm here
Good
number
morning.
24 on the docket.
I'm sorry, what number?
24. That's
Okay, CL 196472-I, Barbara Lee Gomez versus Blanca Rodriguez.
And this is Ismael Fonseca appearing on behalf of plaintiff Barbara Lee Gomez.
Okay, is the defendant still, pro se?
Yes, Your Honor. In fact, she called our office to get information on how to log on. And I believe she had that information.
Okay, I don't see her on. But what is your announcement, Counselor?
Your Honor, basically, we just need a DCO on this case to move forward.
Okay. If you can just have that motion filed so we can set you for your DCC, and then you can, that way your deadlines will be set. And I'll
Very
just
well.
set a tickler for February the 4th.
We'll make sure it's filed by the end of the day.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Judge. That's all I have. May I be excused?
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Okay, Mr. McLaughlin, Attorney Robert McLaughlin.
Yes, Your Honor. I have number 6 on your docket. Portfolio recovery versus Esmeralda Perez.
Yes, CO 152377-I.
Yes, Your Honor.
And let me see, Esmeralda Perez, you are here on a motion for default judgment.
Yes, I'm here for a motion for default judgment.
Okay. Let me go ahead and just get to that case. All right. Okay, the court is taking judicial notice of all the documents in the court's file, specifically the service was returned served to Ms. Perez on September 15th, 2015. Okay, go ahead, Mr. McLaughlin.
So in this case, we believe that the defendant had opened up an Old Navy credit card with GE Capital on August 23rd of 2010. They made their last payment on February 7th of 2012. The account was closed and charged off with a balance of $2,743.73. We're seeking that amount in damages plus costs to the court. We're asked the court to take notice and admit the business records affidavit, the non-military declaration and certificate of last known address, and issue judgment for the plaintiff.
Okay, those will be admitted, and the court is granting the relief as requested by the plaintiff, and will enter that judgment. Do you have an order
Thank
on
you.
file?
I believe I do, Your Honor.
Okay, let me just double check because it's old. Okay, so you want me to sign the order that you filed back on let me see, May 16th, 2017?
Yes, sir. Yes, Your Honor.
Okay,
Yes, ma'am.
all right, no problem. I'll ask for that to be forwarded to my queue.
I also have number 7 on the
CO
docket.
one, okay, CO 164601-I, Midland Funding
Again.
versus Michael Rodriguez.
Yes, and again, we're seeking a default judgment.
Okay, let me just look that up.
Your Honor,
Yes,
Mr. Michael Rodriguez did appear in person, and I believe he's under Mike.
okay, Mr. Rodriguez, can you hear me?
Sir, could you unmute, please? It should be like a red microphone. There you go.
Can you hear
Okay,
me?
yes, now I can. Okay, you are Michael Rodriguez?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, okay. Mr. McLaughlin, Mr. Rodriguez is making an appearance in court today. Do you have something to write with, Mr. Rodriguez?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Mr. McLaughlin, can you please assist the court and give Mr. Rodriguez a contact information, maybe so he can talk to you all about possible settlement?
Yes, my phone number is 512-339.
339.
4100.
Okay, and who would I ask for?
That's my direct line. So just give me a call after like 3 o'clock today.
What I'll do then is give you all an opportunity to discuss the matter, and I'm gonna set this for a status hearing on March 21st at 9:30. And if you have something worked out between now and then, just let us know and get the settlement documents or the agreed order on file.
Thank you, Your Honor. I have one more item.
Okay, go ahead,
One
Mr.
more item
Guerra.
on the docket.
Hold on, let me have, my court coordinator has something else on this case. Go ahead.
Judge, for purposes of the record, Judge, Mr. Mike Rodriguez did provide an email to the court. It's barbermike 5150@gmail.com. And the link was sent to him, so it is a working email.
Okay. Okay. If nothing further, Mr. Rodriguez, we'll see you back here on March 21st at 9:30, and just call Mr. McLaughlin after 3 p.m. today.
Thank you.
Okay, you have a good day.
Likewise.
Okay, the next case,
It's number 18 on page 3 of the docket. Bank of America versus Joanna Gonzalez.
CL 210026-I.
I believe it is a status hearing. The case has been served, it has been answered, and the business records have been filed. And we will file a dispositive motion next.
Okay, so as far as you know, is Miss Donovan still representing Miss Gonzalez?
As far as I know, yes.
Okay. All right, then what we will do is I'll go ahead and set that also for a status on March the 21st. And then if you file anything between now and then, we'll go ahead and give you a setting on that. So it's March 21st at 9:30.
Thank you, Your Honor. That's all I have. May I be excused?
You certainly may.
Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Martinez, Attorney Daniel Martinez.
Morning, Your Honor. I'm here on cause number CL-18-0873-I. Maria de los Angeles Gonzalez versus Nicole Perez, present for the defendant. I called in, Judge. I was stuck in another Zoom hearing. My staff called in. Bobby Garcia is on the other side. I'm not sure if he's already made an announcement or if the court has heard.
Yes, yes. Hector Garcia showed up for the plaintiff, and they announced that they'll be filing a motion for a DCC so that we can get you your pretrial and trial dates, and you can set the deadlines. So I'm giving them until February the 4th to file that.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. All right, okay. Miss, okay, help me with your last name.
Liquor.
Schlicker. Okay.
It rhymes with liquor. Your Honor, I am here on your docket entry number 4. That is CL-21-3946-I. I'm representing State Farm Lloyd's, the defendant, and I believe Jose Gonzalez is here for the applicant, Luis Adami Olvera.
Okay, Mr. Gonzalez, are you ready?
Good morning, Judge. We're present and ready, and yes, Jose Gonzalez on behalf of the plaintiffs.
Okay, go ahead, Ms. Schlicker.
Plaintiffs have filed this as an application for umpire. State Farm Lloyd's responded, noting that the applicant failed to provide notice as required by the policy. However, Your Honor, for the purpose of moving this matter along, State Farm Lloyd's is willing to waive that argument. And we would point out, as noted in our response to the application for umpire, that this State Farm policy has some particular contractual requirements for the umpire. For example, the umpire, and it's on page 3 of our response, the umpire should be either an architect or engineer, or an insurance adjuster or public adjuster, or a contractor with experience in the construction, repair, and estimating of this type of property, which is a residential property. In our response, we have put forth the name of 3 proposed umpires. Jose, I might have missed it, but I didn't see any proposed umpires in your application, but we have proposed 3 proposed umpires, Your Honor.
Okay, Mr. Gonzalez, go ahead.
Yeah, thank you, Judge. And thank you, opposing counsel. So yes, we haven't filed our list of umpires or suggested umpires rather, but we will do that this afternoon, Judge. The only thing that I would say is that opposing counsel is correct in that an architect, an adjuster, any one of those professions can serve as an umpire. But historically, the courts in our county have also appointed attorneys that have experience. And so our list of umpires typically comprise of attorneys that have knowledge and background. And to be fair, Judge, we've been involved, my office has been involved in this process since 2012 in the appraisal process. And so some of the attorneys that are on my umpire list have served successfully as umpires for almost 10 years now. So I will file that list for your consideration, Judge, and we'll await your ruling. That's all I have this morning.
Okay. Well, go ahead.
May I respond, Your Honor?
Yes.
Since 2012, the appraisal clause has been modified and updated. This is a contractual requirement in the appraisal clause of the policy. And that is why State Farm Lloyds has proposed the umpires that they have, because they meet these contractual requirements.
Judge, and if I may respond briefly to that, I agree that the appraisal process has evolved, and now there is language that's different than, let's say, 2012. However, we still contend that the attorneys that we will list on the umpire list will be plenty qualified. And for example, Judge, just by way of example, at least one of the lawyers on there is licensed as a public adjuster. He doesn't wear a public adjuster hat, but he did go through the training and is a licensed certified public adjuster. He's an attorney by trade, so he wears his attorney hat as an umpire and in life, I guess, but he is certified and qualified. But like I said, I'll present that list for the judge's consideration. One of the reasons that we keep it local, Judge, in our list, in our umpire list, is because the umpire that is selected by the court, their fee has to be paid by the homeowner. Half of it has to be paid by the homeowner. The other half has to be paid by the insurance company. And so if we keep it local, we circumvent any travel expenses, any hotel accommodations. And so sometimes if the insurance company might present well-qualified umpires from Houston, Dallas, other parts of the state, and they typically will charge us a travel fee. And so we're trying to keep the costs low for the homeowner as well. So like I said, with your permission, Judge, I'll file my list this afternoon for your consideration.
Okay, anything else, Ms. Schlicker?
No, ma'am. Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, so I'm going to give you an opportunity to go ahead and file that, and then I'll look at both of them, and then you'll get I'll sign off on something.
Yes, ma'am, Your Honor. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Y'all have a good day.
May I be excused, Your Honor?
You certainly may.
Have a good day, Your Honor. Thank you.
Thank you. Ms. Thaddeus. Ms. Thaddeus, I don't know if you can hear me. All right, Ms. Romero, Attorney El Romero.
Good morning, Your Honor. I'm here on F-4019-20-9. It's in the matter of the marriage of San Juana Maldonado versus Victor Carranza.
Okay, Ms. San Juana Maldonado, are you present?
And I do believe she will need the services of an interpreter, Your Honor.
Okay.
Sí, aquí estoy.
Buenos días. Okay. Victor Carranza, do you know if Mr. Carranza was going to be present today?
I'm not sure, Your Honor, but he did execute an amended waiver of service on September 22nd that indicated that he did not wish to receive any notice for any further hearings.
Okay. Now, there is a proposed decree on file that was filed on January the 10th. And I don't, yes, I do see that. Ms. Trevino did sign off on it, so it has been approved by your office. Okay. All right, and do you have everything you need in order to proceed from your end, Mr. Romero?
Yes, Your Honor, I do believe there's a prove-up affidavit on file from September 24th. The only thing that would be left to prove up would be the judgments that we are requesting. And I did file an updated financial activity report this morning, but I'm not sure, it was right before the hearing, so I'm not sure it's made its way into the court's queue. But
No.
I do have a copy that I could supplement if the court would allow me to share my screen.
Sure, go ahead. Let me go ahead and give you that. Okay, go ahead. It should let you.
Thank you, Your Honor. And at this point, I would offer into evidence what states Exhibit A, the financial activity report, and I will go down to October 31st, which is the judgments we are requesting.
Okay, Ms. Castañeda, let me have Ms. Maldonado to raise her right hand.
Ms. Maldonado, por favor, levanta su mano derecha.
Do you swear that the testimony that you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Jura que el testimonio que está a punto de dar es la verdad, toda la verdad y nada más que la verdad.
Sí.
Yes.
Así es.
Okay, she can lower her hand.
Puede bajar su mano.
Let her know that what's on the screen is a financial activity report. Can she see that?
Puede mirar que en la pantalla está un reporte de Departamento de Child Support.
Sí.
Yes.
Okay, does she have any objection to this being admitted as an exhibit today?
¿Tiene usted alguna objeción a que metan este exhibito a hoy?
No tengo una objeción.
I don't have an objection.
Okay, then your exhibit is admitted.
Thank you, Your Honor. And pursuant to the exhibit, Mr. Carranza is in arrears for child support in the amount of $6,897.69 as of the 31st day of October 2021. State is requesting a payment plan of $100 a month to be effective as of the date December 1st of 2021. Medical support arrears judgment of $1,090.81 as of the 31st day of October 2021. State is requesting a payment plan of $30 a month beginning December the 1st of 2021.
Okay. The court will approve the judgment as put on the record. The court is further taking judicial notice of all the documents in the court's file, specifically the proof of affidavit that was filed on September 24th, 2021, in which Ms. Maldonado has testified as to the terms of the agreement, and also that she is meeting the requirements of the statute to be able to get divorced today. Is there anything else that you need to put on the record from your side, Ms. Romero?
Your Honor, only that at the last hearing, I believe November 17th, the court did grant our motion to consolidate the Sapser cause into the divorce cause. However, I see that the order was returned by the court. Would the court like me to submit a new order?
I'll ask for Ms. Rivera if that order from November 15th, if it can be returned to my queue so we can sign it.
Yes, ma'am.
It's not necessary. I'll just ask for them to forward it to me again.
Thank you, Your Honor. That concludes the matters before the court.
Okay. Ms. Maldonado, the court is granting the divorce today. I will sign your divorce decree and ask for it to be forwarded to me. Ms. Castañeda?
Señora Maldonado, la corte le va a otorgar el divorcio hoy.
Gracias.
Thank you.
Let her know that as soon as I sign off on it, then it'll be sent to her from the clerk.
Nada más que lo firme la juez, se lo van a mandar de la oficina del departamento de la corte.
Gracias.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Ms. Romero.
Thank you, Your Honor. May I be excused?
Yes, you all have a good
Thank
day.
You as well.
Okay, Mr. Sanchez, which case do you have?
Good morning, Your Honor. I've got a case on your family docket.
Okay, with number.
Your Honor, unfortunately, I don't have the number, but my client, oh, I'm sorry, I believe it's number 19. I represent Alyssa Hilario.
Okay, is that on F1999-21-9?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so is Miss Flores on this case?
Judge, I believe she's new to the case. She may have come in after Mr. Juan Ramos. I think Juan Ramos withdrew, Your Honor, and so now I'm trying to contact Miss Flores to, I anticipate we can resolve this, but this is my request for additional time, and I don't see her online right now, Your Honor.
Okay, Ms. Rivera, was notice sent out to Miss Flores about today's hearing?
Yes, Judge, if you give me a second, I'm gonna try to get a hold of her. I do remember this case.
Judge, if I may,
Yes.
in the order setting hearing, she was, Ms. Flores was emailed, it has her email as notification.
Okay, I do see that. I'm gonna give her an opportunity to get on. Mr. Sanchez, just be on standby.
Yes, Your Honor. Is it okay if I mute myself for a little bit, Judge? And I'm trying to handle another hearing from down the hall.
Yes.
Thank you, Judge.
Ms. Fuentes Aguilar, were you able to contact opposing counsel?
Good morning, Judge. Judge, Ms. Charles is available, but she was in a hearing and she's out of Harris County, Judge. So she told me if I could let her try to finish it up and she'd get on. She said about 30 minutes and that was about 30 minutes after I made my announcement. So I think we're close to almost 30 minutes. I don't know if the court can wait a little bit.
Okay.
We do have an agreement, just so the court is aware.
Okay.
It's just making.
Proving it up. Okay. Ms. Flores, let me recall your case F-1999-21-9. Mr. Sanchez, Ms. Flores has logged in.
Good morning, Your Honor. I apologize.
That's fine. Okay. And so, Ms. Flores, what is your client's name?
Ezra Maldonado.
Okay.
Your Honor, in this case, I'm not sure, and I guess I'll reach out to Mr. Sanchez. This is a case that Your Honor had sent to mediation. We have a mediated settlement agreement. However, the respondent in this case, at that time had asked her attorney, I guess, to withdraw, or her attorney withdrew. However, we've already gone to mediation. We already have that agreement. I guess I just need to send Mr. Sanchez a copy of the order so that he can have her sign it, because that's really the only thing that's left pending.
Okay, Mr. Sanchez?
Judge, yes, and Ms. Flores, so just my brief announcement before you logged on was I anticipate that we'll resolve this, that you and I had not had a chance to visit. We expect this to be an agreement for the court. And I was just asking for additional time so we could do that. So Judge,
Sure.
That's my request. And I highly anticipate that we'll resolve this quickly, just with some signatures, subject to your approval.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to set this for a final hearing for March the 21st at 9:30. If for some reason you get it settled before then and you need an earlier date, just let me know and we'll accommodate you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. Y'all are excused if nothing further.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. Good day.
Thank you. Likewise. Ms. Thaddeus, our office was in contact with Mr. Bustos and he is still in federal court at this time.
Judge, he contacted our court that he was going to be logging on soon. He was walking out.
Oh, okay. Well, he's still not on there.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Your Honor, I'll wait.
Okay.
I would really like to get this done today because we have been waiting. As has the court.
Okay, well, we'll wait. We have some time.
Thank you, Your Honor. I appreciate your patience.
No problem. Iris's iPhone. Is that your client, Ms. Fuentes Aguilar?
It is, and I don't know, Judge, I do have her here with me. I could do the prove up without Ms. Charles, and then we could submit an order with everybody's signature if the court will accept that.
That's fine with me. I mean, you all have an agreement. I don't have any, and it's, and you have your client. I don't see why you can't prove it up with her and just have, everyone's gonna sign off on it anyway.
Okay, I can do that, and if there is any problem, I'll, again, we'll just ask for a reset or something.
Okay, I don't see, okay, so let me have Miss Ariasola. Can you please raise your right hand? Do you swear that the testimony that you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Okay, you'll need to speak up. You can lower your hand. You'll need to speak up, please, so that my court reporter can hear and get what it is that you're saying, okay?
Okay.
All right, Ms. Fuentes Aguilar, you may go ahead and begin.
Thank you, Your Honor. Ma'am, your name is Iris Ariciola?
Yes.
And you're here today on a divorce matter, is that correct?
Yes.
Now, as a result of the marriage or during the marriage, there was 3 children born, correct?
Yes.
And Mr. Ukegbu is the father of one of the children, correct?
Yes.
Okay, and you're asking the court to make a finding that he is not the father of the other 2 children in the marriage, which my understanding are Liam and Aaron.
Yes.
Is that correct? And he already knows that y'all agree to that, and that's what the court's finding will be. You understand that, correct? You understand that the court will make a finding that he's not the father of Aaron or Liam?
Yes.
Okay. Now, you also, we've agreed that they're gonna he's gonna pay child support of $593 a month. Is that correct?
Yes.
And he's also gonna carry Mia on his health insurance, correct?
Yes.
Now, he's gonna have standard visitation. However, we're going to add that he has to give you 14 days notice of when he intends to visit, since he does live out of town, or he lives in the Dallas area.
Yes.
And he also is gonna agree that he's not gonna show up at undesignated times without your prior permission to try to see the children, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And you've lived in the state of Texas for at least 6 months, in the county of Hidalgo for at least 90 days?
Yes.
And do you have any personal property to divide, or is everybody gonna keep essentially whatever is in their names?
We're keeping what is in our names. Nothing to divide.
There's no big property to divide, correct?
No.
Okay, and you're asking the court to approve this divorce?
Sorry,
You want
it
the
broke
court
up.
to, okay, you want the court to approve the divorce, correct?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Then I have no further questions, Your Honor.
Okay, the court is taking judicial notice of all the documents in the court's file and is approving the divorce as testified to in the records, is granting your relief, and it'll be set forth in further detail in a divorce decree that's to be signed off by the parties and the attorneys. Okay?
Thank you.
All right, best of luck to you, ma'am. Okay, I'm gonna set a tickler for February the 4th for that decree to be submitted, okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Judge. May I be excused?
You certainly may. Okay, Mr. Bustos is now logged on, so let me go ahead and recall your case. And that's CL 174898-I, Martha Salinas versus Santiago de Leon.
Good morning, Your Honor. Hector Booth on behalf of the plaintiff.
Good morning, Your Honor. Beth Lindner Thaddeus here on behalf of defendant Santiago de Leon.
Okay, Ms. Thaddeus, go ahead with your motion.
Okay, so I'm here, we're here on a motion to dismiss for want of prosecution. This motion was filed December 30th of 2021 and was properly served on plaintiff. The court or any party may file may move for dismissal for want of prosecution. It is plaintiff's duty to prosecute their lawsuit with reasonable diligence, and they have failed to do so in this case. This case was filed on November 30th of 2017, Your Honor. Defendant served written discovery upon plaintiff on January 2nd, 2018. On March 27th, 2018, defendant sent plaintiff a late discovery conference letter. On March 27th, 2018, June 27th, 2017, defendant was forced to file a motion to compel discovery responses. A hearing was held on August 6th, at which time plaintiff agreed to respond fully to defendant's written discovery within 2 weeks. On October 7th, defendant filed a no evidence motion for summary judgment. Plaintiff did file a response to that. It contained nothing more than a self-serving affidavit and the police report, which the police report did not fault either party because it was a parking lot, he said, she said. The parties agreed to pass the hearing on the motion, and plaintiff agreed to fully respond to written discovery, and finally did more than 10 months after it was due. Now we move to the plaintiff's deposition. On February 20th of 2020, we began trying to set plaintiff's deposition. We tried on more than 5 occasions to get dates. We finally sent the notice for the deposition to occur on May 12th of 2020. This notice was not quashed. The plaintiff did not show. On May 14th of 2020, we again attempted to set plaintiff's deposition, and with no agreement, we noticed the deposition for July 29th of 2020. This deposition was canceled. That notice was not quashed, by the way. On May 4th of 2020, we again began trying to set plaintiff's deposition. It was agreed to for May 4th of 2021 at 1:30. The plaintiff did not show up. There was no reason given. This court became involved in this case around this time, sometime in the fall of 2021. We had status hearings, and the court informed us that this deposition needed to be taken and we needed to go to mediation. Plaintiff agreed to a deposition December 21st of 2021. Plaintiff did not show up for that deposition either. That is 4 times that they did not show up. Plaintiffs at 2:40 on December 21st, defense counsel, myself, received an email stating that plaintiff and her counsel had been preparing for the deposition and had lost track of time, and that's why they were a no-show on that date. Plaintiffs have not sufficiently explained their unreasonable delay. At the beginning, they stated that it was due to the COVID emergency, even though all of these depositions have been set via Zoom. The explanation that they lost track of time after this unreasonable 4-year delay is not adequate to explain the delay. Any action taken now by plaintiff should not change the court's analysis, and I'm asking the court to grant my motion to dismiss for want of prosecution. I have nothing further.
Okay, Mr. Bustos, any response?
Judge, a couple things, Judge. One, in terms of the COVID response, Judge, we bring the clients to the office, Judge, and that's why we did not want to bring the client the one time that we missed deposition. Second, Judge, the time that we missed deposition, the very last time, Judge, was because we were about 10 minutes late, Judge. We signed on. I believe opposing counsel had signed off already, and we offered to pay the deposition fees, Judge. And that's what happened on that, Judge. I'd ask the court to keep it on the docket, Judge, and we can prosecute this case as fast as possible, Judge.
So, okay, so then where are you on this? I'm sorry. Couldn't get to the mute button fast enough. What is left to, at what process are you in this? I mean, this case has been pending for 5 years.
Yes, Judge, I believe that we just need a deposition of my client, Judge, if opposing counsel still wants that, Judge, and then head to mediation.
Okay, well, opposing counsel doesn't sound like she wants that, so.
She's not doing
And Your Honor, the last time we were here, you advised me that if I filed the motions and they didn't show up and now they haven't shown up again.
Okay.
Well, Judge, we did show up, Judge, but she got off at
We
10 minutes,
waited,
Judge.
no, we waited more than 10 minutes.
We
Your
even
Honor.
offered to pay, Judge. I mean,
And I
no
sat,
consequence to them, and we offered to pay.
it's been 4 times, Your Honor.
Okay, all right, then I've heard, anything to add?
Not on behalf of the plaintiff, Judge.
Okay, do you have your orders on file?
I do, Your Honor.
Okay, then the court is going to take this under advisement and I will review that and then I'll issue a decision shortly.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
May we be
Okay.
excused?
Yes, you may. Mr. Bustos, I don't know, did you have I thought I saw you on another case. Do you know?
Judge, I believe it's the only one I have in this court today, Judge.
That's the only one you have?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, okay.
Judge, it was yesterday.
Oh, that's right. It was on the criminal docket. Okay. All right.
Judge.
Thank you, sir. You have a good day.
Bye.
Take care. All right, Mr. Ramirez, I understand you've been court hopping. Are you available?
Yes, Judge. It's been an eventful morning, and the afternoon is going to be about the same as well.
Oh, yeah.
Judge,
Okay, well, let me call F-2089-19-9. On that one, Ms. Palacios Cruz did make an announcement and say that she had no opposition to your motion to withdraw if you were still urging it.
and Your Honor, at this point, I can announce to the court I am not urging it. The client did reach out to me. We have an MSA. There was just some issues finalizing it from an MSA to a decree. I think we've ironed out that issues. I'll be forwarding that to Ms. Palacios.
Okay, perfect. Then how much time do you think you all will need in order to file that decree?
I think in the next 2 or 3 weeks, Judge.
Okay, but you all still need to prove it up, correct?
We would need to prove it up. So maybe we can get a final to prove it up in the next 30 days, Judge, just to give us
Okay.
that time.
So, Ms. Rivera, do we still have room on February the 23rd for a prove up?
Yes, Judge, we do.
Okay, then February 23rd at 9:30 will be the final hearing. And if you can please let opposing counsel know.
Yes, Judge. I'm going to let her know right now.
Okay, and then, let me see.
There was one more, Your Honor.
Yes, there is. Oh, yes. On F 2630-19-9, I believe Mr. Hinojosa did show up. That's the one I have you on, but he mentioned Lilia Gonzalez Peña. Are you still on this case or have you been?
Judge, I represent Mr. Jerry. I got to see on that case.
Okay, I think he was confused then. Do you have a jury demand on file?
I don't believe there's a jury demand, Judge, no.
Then he definitely had the case confused.
And the ad litem, I believe, is Miss Edna Cedillo.
Okay, that he got right.
Okay, good.
So he
One out of
did
three.
say that Miss Cedillo was the amicus attorney and was going to meet with the parties to get an updated report.
Yes.
But he was under the impression that there was a jury demand that was filed by you with respect to custody because that there was a mediated settlement agreement as to property already.
It's just, yes, Judge, that is correct. That there is just a dispute as to custody. but there's an MSA as to the community property and the division of that community property. There was prior counsel, so prior counsel may have requested a jury, but in light of everything and after discussion with my client judge, we're inclined to have a bench trial.
Okay, well, you might want to go ahead and let Ms. Hinojosa know and file any appropriate pleadings to that effect.
Yes,
But
Judge.
right now, what I did is I just did a notation for myself. I set a tickler for February the 25th, just to make sure that the motion for DCC is filed. So before then, just clarify whether it'll be a bench trial or a jury trial. And so that way, when we do the DCC, we know that we're looking for a date for a bench trial.
Okay, perfect.
Okay,
Okay,
all right, and that's all you have.
that's it, Judge. Thank you for your
Yeah,
patience with me this morning.
I'm sorry, there is one more with Mr. Ramirez's name, number 26.
Oh, sorry, Mr. Ramirez.
Oh, wow. Let me get on that docket. Number 26.
Number 26. Oh, F 4733-21-9 in the interest of de los Rios.
Oh, that was a Rule
Okay.
11 agreement, Judge. It was filed late
Yes.
yesterday, but it was filed yesterday.
All right, Mr. Ramos went ahead and made an appearance, and I set you out for a final hearing on March 21st at 9:30. He said that he anticipated that there would be an agreement. So if you all have an agreement prior to and get everything signed, let us know and we'll squeeze you in sooner.
Thank you, Judge. Nothing further for this morning, Judge. May I be excused?
Yes,
And I'll see you this afternoon for a family staffing as well.
yes, 2 p.m.
Yes, Judge. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Okay, CL 21-3010-I, Damares Morales versus Manuel Pinilla, P-I-N-I-L-L-A. Did anyone check in for that?
No, ma'am.
Okay, Damares Morales, Damares Morales, Damares Morales, Manuel Pinilla, Manuel Pinilla, Manuel Pinilla. Both plaintiff and defendant's names were called 3 times. This is set for a dismissal for want of prosecution, and that'll be granted. F 2405-19-9 in the matter of the marriage of Hector Garcia and Cassandra Garcia. Did anybody check in on this case?
No, Your Honor. Let me check briefly if I find anything on it.
So I just logged into the case, ma'am, and I see that they just filed a Rule 11 like today.
Yes, Judge, and Mr. Rubio Salinas is opposing counsel. They're asking that if the party, well, it reads that they agreed to reset it to the 9th, but the court was not informed.
They picked their own date?
They pretty much picked their own date, yeah.
Okay,
The 9th is a Wednesday. They're stupid.
okay. Let them know that,
we can do the 23rd, ma'am, so we can fill up.
yeah,
that
just
date.
let them know that the court is not available on the 9th, but that we can move them to February the 23rd at 9:30.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so waiting for.
I did see, Judge, that we had the case. I didn't know that it was called number 15.
Yes. Okay, CL 200050-I, Norma Richmond versus Elgin's Investments. Did anybody check in?
No, ma'am, and nothing was filed on their behalf. The court had set it up for DWAP in September, Your Honor, but the court decided to set it for a status November and then from November to January, but there was no response and counsel was provided with a link, Judge.
Okay. In November, they already had a status in November?
Yes, ma'am, and it was reset to today.
Okay, we're gonna just take a brief break until 11 o'clock when we have the next case. So we'll come back in about 5 minutes at 11. Thank you. Okay, I think all the parties are on now. What is, Mr. Vasquez, what is the respondent's name? You're on mute.
His name is Ricardo Rodriguez, Your Honor.
Okay, Mr. Rodriguez, I'm going to need for you to please remove your cap. Mr. Rodriguez, can you hear me? It's that earlier, he has not been able to connect to audio.
Okay. You know, I was going to ask, Your Honor, if the Attorney General is present because we need them on this case also, Your Honor.
No, they're not here. They made an announcement on another case, but they didn't say that. They said they only had that one case.
Okay, yeah, because we have medical also on this. We have Medicaid on this case.
Oh, okay. But did they file an intervention on this?
I thought they did. I don't have. I'm
Let
in my
me
car.
check for you. Let me check. He's still trying to connect anyway.
Okay.
Okay, yes, it's showing that intervener here is Attorney General's office.
Okay.
So nobody is here on, I mean, unfortunately, you obviously know what's happening everywhere. They're being short-staffed. And so I don't know if they have anybody there right now available. I don't know if you have a contact person.
I don't. I wouldn't be opposed to just moving. I mean, because this is our children are already above 22, I think, right now.
Okay.
It's just a matter of setting this up. As long as he knows that he has to report back, Your Honor, without having to serve him again.
Yeah. Well, I can't tell him anything because he can't hear me.
Okay.
Let me see if I can remove him and that'll make him try to log back in.
Yes, Your Honor. No problem.
Okay. So I don't mind doing that. The only thing is that of course, that'll give you an opportunity to get with the Attorney General's office. I will admonish him and let him know that he does need to show up the next time and it's not necessary for him to be served. But yeah, Ms. Romero was here from the Attorney General's office earlier, but she just did that one case and she said there was not another case that she had.
Okay.
So, let me see. How much time do you think?
I mean, a week, 2 weeks is fine with me.
Okay.
However.
Let's see. Let me look at what I have. On the 9th, we can do it, February the 9th, we can do it at 11. If you can make sure that the OAG is aware that they're interveners on this case.
Judge, if I may?
Yes.
On the order to appear and show cause that was signed for today, the OAG's office is CC'd on it.
Okay, yeah, I saw that, but I mean, nobody's here.
Yeah.
So, Mr. Vasquez, if you can do me a favor, we'll go ahead and hold it over to February 9th at 11 a.m. And if you can go ahead and get in touch with the AG's office to make sure that they are aware. that it's reset for February 9th at 11 if they can have somebody present.
I will do that, Your Honor.
Okay. If he happens to come log back in, we'll let you know. If not, I'm not sure we have I don't know, does my staff know if we have a phone number for this gentleman?
Judge, he provided an email to the court.
Okay, if we can just email him and let him know. And also in that email, let him know that we did see that he logged in, but he never connected to audio. So he can't hear us unless he's connected to audio.
Okay, Judge, give me a second. Okay, Judge, I do have the email if you'd like for me to put it on the record.
Okay, go ahead.
Lopez.Joanna7280@gmail.com. He stated that that was his wife's email and she did provide it to me. So it is a working email, Judge.
Okay. All right, then we'll just let him know via email because he hasn't tried logging back in.
Okay. Okay.
And then, so we'll come back on February the 9th at 11 a.m. And as long as the AG's office is here, we can go ahead and proceed.
Your Honor, and if I may I have that email one more time?
Oh, he's trying to get in. Let me see. Go ahead, Ms. Rivera, with the email.
Yes, ma'am. It's Lopez.Joanna7280@gmail.
Okay. Okay. Thank you very much.
He's still not connecting to audio.
Okay.
Let me see if I can send him a message, Judge. If he'll read this. Is he looking? Can you read it?
Anyway, okay, he can't connect to the audio. This is his third attempt at logging in. I know he saw your note, but I don't think he knows how to connect to the audio.
Let me see if I read your message. Read the chat.
It's fine. He's not gonna be able to do it.
Oh, there he is, Judge.
Oh. Okay. Unmute yourself, Mr. Rodriguez. Click the little microphone. I can't hear you. You are on mute. Does he speak Spanish? Or is
Okay,
he
I can hear you now.
Okay. All right, Mr. Rodriguez, the Attorney General's office is an intervener on this case. And
Okay.
they are not present today. I don't know. I think they're short-staffed. And
Okay.
so we're going to allow them time to appear, and we're gonna come back on February the 9th at 11 a.m.
Okay.
Okay, so make sure you're not gonna receive another notice. You're not gonna be served again, nothing like that. This carries over until February 9th at 11 a.m. The only thing you're gonna receive the day before is the link.
Okay.
All right.
So the same time, 11 a.m., right?
Yes, February the 9th.
Okay. All right, ma'am.
All right. Okay, thank you. You are excused.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Okay. All right, thank you, Mr. Vasquez and Ms. Rodriguez. We'll see you back then on February 9th at 11 a.m.
Yes, Your Honor, you have a good day. Thank you.
Thank you, likewise.